So, what does a typical week look like at Bay Breeze? So this is kind of what our schedule looks like and what the expectations would be. We would need all volunteers, all unit leaders, center leaders, and their children. We need you guys there by 8:30 in order for us to be able to meet up with the girls and not have any problems with running in with the buses as they're coming into camp. The buses arrive around 9 o'clock on Mondays. They're usually a little late. And we have you guys line up down towards, on the camp road, down towards archery. We have you bring in a sign. We'll have you just make a basic sign for that first day that just has your unit. So it might say B2 or Junior 1 or J1. That way the girls, as they're coming off the bus, they'll be moved down the camp road and they'll find their units. Of course, Monday is a fun day at camp. We have our capers. There's usually, hint, hint, an emergency drill that happens right around the time that flag down might happen. And then in the evening, we do have an event for the AITs and AIDS. And so we do ask that the volunteers have left in order for our girls to be able to participate in these events. And then the camp gate closes at 9 o'clock that evening because of the event that we're having in the evening for the girls. So Monday is our setup day. We certainly want the girls to be setting up the easy ups and the tents to keep their items in. We want the unit to be creating the caper charts along with their capers. And then you're going to also create your button and you're going to start your unit banner and those types of things. Attendance is very important and we need to have that taken and turned in by 9:30 to the director's unit. You can begin your meal planning. The younger groups are brownies, fly-ups, and boys. They get to cook once during the week. And then juniors and up will plan for 3 meals because we do have the overnight on Wednesday. Please make sure that you budget more supplies for Wednesday evening if you are staying for the overnight. This is not, we do not as a camp cover that other than in your supplies that you are doing. We do not provide that. And then we ask that you request any cooking items that you might need and kind of make sure that you get that in with the shed because that way we don't have people wanting to cook and then not having those available for them. There will be a special activity for you to explore camp. We're not quite sure what it's going to be this year. We haven't set that, but definitely more will come. Unit capers, those would be, so you have your capers for the girls to do in your unit, so song leader, line leader, someone to go get the mail. But then as a camp, each unit has a caper that will be to clean latrines, to collect the trash from different units. Those need to be done prior to flag down. If you're not sure what that caper is, those will be posted on the bulletin board and you can always check in with the director. Unit leaders, you are responsible for packing out your trash. Unlike our Girl Scout owned camps, we do not have a dumpster, so all trash needs to be packed out by the leaders. And then of course we have our evening activity for the AITs and AIDS. So as you can see, Tuesday looks pretty much the same as what Monday did, but we do start our special rotations on Tuesday. So please be on time for your rotations, and if your unit decides not to go, please let that rotation leader know. That way they're not expecting you to be there. And if you choose to participate in the scavenger hunt and sandcastle contest, they can begin on Tuesday as well, and all those rules will be in your unit mailbox. Attendance again in by 9:30. We would love for your unit to come and sing every day at the director's unit, either a favorite song, a newly learned song, but please do not come before 11 o'clock. That allows us to be able to get things done, business type things done before you guys come and start singing. We want to be able to focus. Start talking about your swaps. Start making your swaps. If you're not sure what a swap is, come by and Fossil will have some examples for you. You can start talking about the skit that you want to do at the camp show if you need ideas. Talk to our AITs, our aides, and of course you can always talk to those camp fossils, our alumni. Do not make sure that your skit does not exceed 2 minutes. Work on your banner. We will be judging those tomorrow. You're going to take a picture of your sandcastle, send it to the director, keep up with those unit capers, and make sure you're packing out your trash. This is an example of what the rotations will look like. Not everybody participates in certain things like archery. So as you can see, this is kind of what the day looks like, or the week looks like. So Wednesday's a big night for us at camp. Of course, as you can see, the morning looks pretty similar until those buses leave, and then that's when our juniors, cadets, teens, AITs, aides, and their leaders stay overnight. Now, if you are a unit leader of one of those and you have a younger child, they're welcome to stay with you. Brownie leaders, fly-up leaders, you're allowed to stay with your children, but please be aware that we will not have any planned activities for your unit or for your girls and you for that evening. You'd be in charge of your own dinner and kind of finding things to do. Certainly you would be able to come and do the campfire with us. Unit activities, and then of course we do have quiet time, so because we will have to be up and early that next morning. We also do some tie-dyeing on Wednesday. That the rotation will come out. Please make sure that you are on time for tie-dyeing, so everyone does get a chance to tie-dye. Put your finishing touches on the banner because we will be judging those today at Flag Down. Attendance again in by 9:30, very important. Think about that camp show. Think about your swaps. Make sure that you are getting your capers done by Flag Down. And then because it's the overnight, we will be getting equipment in from GSC&C. Once that equipment has arrived and our equipment manager is able to get it all checked in, we will start asking units to come and pick up their supplies. Once you have your equipment, please start setting up. Do not wait until 5 o'clock in the evening to put your tents up. We would much rather you start at 11 o'clock in the morning. That way we have more than enough time to get those tents up. Evening campfire starts promptly at 7:45. All units are to be in attendance. All leaders are to attend the campfire as well. Please make sure you're budgeting your time wisely, that you have started your fire for cooking and for your dishwater with more than enough time to give you to be able to get all of those activities done and to be at campfire at 7:45. Leaders, you will bring a chair. Your unit will bring tarps that they can sit on. They can also find other areas to sit throughout. We ask that the leaders, if you're going to have side conversations, that you please move back from the campfire. That way the girls can sing their songs and enjoy all of that and not have to try and talk over your conversation. Also, we will be having a flag retirement ceremony that evening. So Thursday is also known as Be Kind to the Adult Volunteers Day. This is particularly important for the adults that have had to stay overnight because we will not get much sleep. So we do have our Rise and Shine and breakfast at 7:30 in the morning. Please make sure your girls are up and moving. All right. And then, of course, we will do swaps in the Brownie Ring at 12:15. Our hope is that we will have some sort of speaker come in. If not, we will have rotations going on and those types of things. Camp gates definitely close at 3:30 on Thursday because the leaders who stayed for the overnight are ready to go home and get a shower and slip into into the pajamas and get into a comfy bed for the evening. So the aides and the AITs will be participating in the cleanup of camp from the overnight. The expectation from the director is that they will be fully engaged upon their return, and they will return to your unit no later than 10:30. If you have any questions about that, speak to us. All GSC&C equipment has to be packed properly and returned to the equipment manager by 10:30. They will be coming to pick up that equipment so that they can be used at other camps. Please remember that Girl Scouts bring it back in the same condition that it was in when they received it. Again, have that attendance into us. Work on your skit. Swaps are at 12:15 in the Brownie Ring. Please make sure that every camper has a Ziploc bag with their name, their real name, first name and last name, and their unit on it. That way they have something to place their swaps in. Scavenger hunt and sandcastle entries will need to be turned in by the end of the day in order for us to be able to judge those. Also, unit capers need to be done, and those leaders need to pack out their trash. So of course Friday is our last day of camp, and this is kind of what our day looks like. It's always our sad and happy day. So t-shirts will be handed out to the units at Flag Up. Please start off with the smaller sizes, line the girls up smallest to tallest, and then pass out your shirts smallest to largest. That way if we have to up sizes and make adjustments, those adjustments will be made. Please do not write the names of the girls in their shirts or start having them sign the backs until we know that everybody at camp has a shirt that properly fits. And if you have a girl who doesn't have a shirt or has a shirt that doesn't fit her, please send her to the director's unit. We will do our best to exchange those, but please keep in mind that it's based on what the parents have put in for their t-shirt size. All the camp equipment needs to be returned by noon. And the units need to be completely cleaned and empty by 12:30. The director is gone from 12 to 12:30. She's having a meeting with the AITs and the cadets. Please keep this in mind that nobody will be manning that unit. All units need to be at the Brownie Ring at 12:30 for the camp show. Please bring a tarp to sit on during the show. You're welcome to arrive at 12:15 to do some shirt signing if your unit is interested in doing that. And then at the end of the day, as those buses are leaving, leaders, we ask that you and your campers line the camp road. We like to wave goodbye to the buses and sing the Babe Ruth song. And of course, there are a few things about checking out. So remember, we always leave the place cleaner than we found it. We ask that the girls are making sure that all the trash is picked up and the area looks cleaner than what we found it. Again, leaders, you are responsible for packing out your trash, and you must check out with the planning committee before leaving camp, and that occurs after the buses have left. So once your unit is clean and everything is packed up, stop by the director's unit and one of us will come down and get you guys checked out. The Department of Natural Resources has asked that we are completely out of camp by 4:30. So the faster you get your units cleaned up and we can get the rest of it checked, we would greatly appreciate it. So that's kind of what the week looks like at camp. If you have any questions, please contact us and we can go over it a little less quickly than what we've had to do for that. Thank you.